Hey y'all, welcome back. So we are getting ready to head inside of Family Dollar so we can get into our 5 off of 25 scenario video. So if you're new to my channel, I do teach you how to save tons of money from couponing, and on Saturdays Family Dollar has a digital coupon that you can find on their app, where if you can get your total to $25 before coupons, hey, you will get an additional $5 off as long as you have that digital coupon clipped or added to your account. So I'm going to give you some all digital deals that you can do so you can take advantage of that coupon for this Saturday only, because that coupon is only valid on Saturdays. This Saturday only, September the 10th. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And those of you who are also into Dollar General, I have my Dollar General scenarios video up as well, because they also have a 5 off of 25 also. So let's save money and maximize our savings, and let's get into the video. Wow, they've changed the clearance section. Y'all know I always love to check the clearance section, especially if I'm trying to find like some filler items, because y'all know in the past they still have some of these Dollar Shave Club. Well, I don't think it's the 6 blade, but they may probably honor it since they got it tagged. But we have, I don't think we still have those coupons, but we had like $3.50 coupons and I think $5 coupons when you buy 2. So yes, always check your your clearance section, especially if you're like a little bit short of $25, because they have things like, that you could just add to kind of help you get over that $25 limit. So I don't really see anything that I need, so I think I'm going to pass, but always check. And then if you see anything in my store, double check your store. Now I will say we do have a $2 digital for these, so if you find these at your store and maybe this is something you need, this would just be $2, but remember, it would be even cheaper after our additional savings from our 5 off of 25. All right, y'all, so since I'm getting ready to pass it, I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these Visine eye drops. They're actually priced at $2.75, and we have a $1.50 digital coupon. Another great filler item could be these gauze, or I think they have the Band-Aids too, but they are $1.25, and we have a 50-cent digital. It does also work for, like, I believe the kid version of this as well. So this could also be a great filler item. But again, like I always say, y'all, make sure you're scanning your items so you can confirm your coupons are attaching. And I always try to use that second method that I always preach about if you are trying to confirm if your coupons are attaching. Because sometimes if you go straight to the app and you click that barcode, you could scan the item, but sometimes it may not still show the coupon. But if you go to the actual coupon and you scroll up, you should see an option that says scan. And then that's where you scan the product or the barcode so you can confirm the price. And then if you do that first method where you just go straight on the app and click the barcode symbol that you see like at the bottom, that's how I like to confirm the price. And I like to use the second method to see if the actual coupon I want to use is attaching. So I'm gonna grab this and let's get our next item. Next, I'm over here by the oral care, and I noticed that we got a last week. Well, if you haven't seen my scenario video or my haul video that I posted live, well, it wasn't a haul video. I didn't make it to Family Dollar on Saturday, but I did provide you some additional scenarios. But y'all, we got a 3 off of 2 digital for like the oil being Crest last week, but then this week we got a 5 off of 3. And remember, they're attaching, like that 3 off of 2 is attaching to the dollar ones. And I just scanned these, and that 5 off of 3 is attaching. So you could essentially pick up a total of 5 of the dollar toothbrushes, and then you would say it would end up just being free, because they don't Family Dollar doesn't give you overage. So what would end up happening is the coupon would just reduce down. So you pick up 5, you wouldn't get $8 off, you would just get $5 off. But a great filler item, because that's at least $5 helping you reach your $25 limit, and that's $5 you're going to get off your total as well. So I already have my 5 in my cart. I did scan these, so like I said before, you can get different colors. And I also noticed that these said bacteria blast, and these said like healthy and clean, and they were still attaching. So if I were to pick up all 5 of these, I don't have to just wait till Saturday. I could just get these for completely free. But I like to add it into my 5 off of 25, because a lot of times there's other items I'm going to pay for anyway that I need, and I want to maximize my savings. So definitely a great time to get stocked up. Now, if you need toothpaste and you prefer like Colgate, we do have a 4 off of 2 digital. I'm starting to see my store is starting back to get stocked. We have dollar digitals for like the scope, and then we also have other digitals for like the more expensive Colgate. So keep that in mind when you're coming up with your deals. But the Oral-B is definitely a great filler item, and you don't have to get the Oral-B. You could get the Crest if maybe you want the Crest, or if maybe you want some of the more expensive toothbrushes for the Oral-B, you could do that as well. Now y'all, we did get a $2 digital for the Bic. Y'all know last week we had like $3 digitals, but this week it's $2 digitals. So the cheapest one is this one right here at $3.75. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this in. And y'all, what? They are stocked up on deodorant.
Yeah, sure, we have deodorant.
I said, whoa, I'm not saying in the video, like, wow, I don't think I've seen it like this in weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead, because if you still have that 2 off of 2 digital for the Suave, I know we recently got a 75-cent digital as well. You could pick up some of these at $1.25. So I'm gonna grab a couple and get them into my scenario, but a great filler item. Or if you just want to pick up some cheap deodorant, you could pick up 2 of these at $1.25 each. That'll total you $2.50. Use that 2 off of 2 digital and you'll just pay 50 cents, y'all, or 25 cents for each one. So again, you don't have to wait till Friday to factor this into your 5 off of 25. If you just wanted to come in here and just grab the deodorant, you can. But like I always say, I like to factor mine into my scenario, and I believe it works for these as well. I'm going to scan some just to confirm. All right, y'all, so I did scan these, and these are attaching as well. So if you wanted to pick these up instead of those, you definitely can. So again, always cater it to your need and what your store has in stock. But I am really amazed that they are stocked. That's really great. And y'all, this is why it's a great reason to scan your items. That $2 digital actually wasn't working for this. I even scanned some of the other like cheaper ones, and it's not attaching, but it is attaching to the ones at like at least $6. So I'm just gonna grab, because I did scan this one and I scanned this one, so I'm gonna grab this one since it's cheaper at $6. And then if you did need razors, we have that $2 digital coupon. All right, y'all, I noticed that we got $1.50 digitals that work for like Suave, Vaseline, I think, and like the Pond's, and it works for some of the cheaper like Pond's and Vaseline at $2. So I'm gonna pick this up at $2, y'all, and then after that $1.50 digital, it's gonna make this just 50 cents. Now again, cater it to your need. I don't typically get this type of product, so I'm just grabbing one. And then I'm also gonna try to see if my store has the Vaseline, like the lip balm, because that's also $2, and that $1.50 digital is attaching. So let's see if we can find it. But a great filler item, because again, that's $2 tracking towards your $25 limit. And then we have that $1.50 digital. Oh wow, y'all, it was right here on the aisle I was already on. But this is what I'm talking about right here, this $2 one. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and get it added into my cart. And then that same $1.50 digital does work for like larger Vaseline and Suave products. I even scanned this hand sanitizer, which is also $2. So that could also be an alternative filler item if maybe you didn't want the Pond's or the Vaseline, or maybe your store is out of those. You may want to even factor in the hand sanitizer, because I did scan it. That $1.50 is attaching, and then I also scanned these at $4.75, and that $1.50 is attaching. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this next. But again, cater it to your need. It includes Vaseline, Suave, the Pond, so something to think about when you're coming up with it. All right, y'all. Now, I noticed that we got a coupon for $4 off a $14 like Lay's and Pepsi digital. So this could definitely be a great time to get stocked up on food. So I'm going to try to put a scenario together as well. But again, always cater it to your need, because there's tons of items you can get. Always scan your items though to make sure the coupon is attaching. So I'm going to grab a couple of the products, but again, if you don't want that type, get the one that you prefer. I'm just going to pick up some for the sake of the video. Y'all, think outside the box too when you're trying to come up with what you want to add into your deal when you're using that spend $14 on like Frito-Lay and Pepsi products and save $4, because I scanned a lot of items and that coupon is attaching. So like if maybe you didn't want the bag chips, maybe you pack lunches, or you prefer it like this, I scanned this one and that digital is attaching, so you can maybe pick up that. What else did I scan? I scanned the Ruffles. I did scan this, it didn't attach, but I scanned the salsa and the like cheese right here. I scanned the pretzels, it's attaching, and then the Lay's chips. So again, just cater it how you prefer, and to think about things you're going to pay for anyway. So again, you can get like the bigger boxes if maybe you want that, or you can get the box chips. And y'all, look at this one looks like it's reduced down to $8. Now, this is the reason why I say again, scan your items, because now that I picked up the chips, I'm trying to pick up like some drinks to go with it, but that digital isn't attaching. Like, I scanned the bottled drinks, the ones down here, the ones right here, and that digital isn't attaching. So we're just gonna have this all make this all chip related. Now again, when Saturday hits, always scan and see if maybe it is attaching, but I did scan some of these and they aren't attaching, and I don't want to factor it into my deal and then that digital doesn't come off for you all. So at least I know with the chips they are attaching. And then when I scanned this on the app, it wasn't showing the price, but the cashier did confirm that these are $10.45. But again, those hot Cheeto versions, I saw that it had a reduced tag for $8, so that definitely could be something you may want to factor into your deal. But y'all, another digital that I was excited that we had, especially if you're in need of trash bags, because like I always say, we rarely get digitals for that, and trash bags is definitely one of those things that are harder to coupon for. But y'all, we got a digital for $5 off a $15 like Glad trash bag purchase. So I'm gonna pick up a few. I think the cheaper other ones are like $6, but again, scan your items to make sure the ones you're picking up are attaching to that coupon. Those aren't, those are Homeline. So yes, y'all, if you need trash bags, a great time to get stocked up. And then y'all, we also have digitals for like the Glade as well, like the storage bags, if maybe you want to spend at least $10 worth, because we could save $2. So that could be something else you may want to factor in to your deal. And always check different areas in your store if maybe you don't see it in the normal section, but something else you may want to add, especially if you're one that maybe packs lunches or use a lot of bags, you definitely may want to factor it into your scenario. Now y'all know we gotta grab our laundry care items, but let me come on this out first. If you still have that $3.30 off of 2 digital for like the Febreze products, you can get like the Air Effects, they're $3.30. Maybe you want the small spaces, maybe you want some of the more expensive products, so just keep that in mind. But I'm just gonna get the I think I'm gonna get the Air Effects spray and just get it factored into my deal. And then we still have a $2 digital for like the Febreze Unstoppable, like the ones like this that are normally $4. If maybe you want to pick those up, you could use the $2 digital for that. And then y'all, we still have that 1 off of 2 digital for like the Gain dish liquid, and I believe they're actually priced at 2 for $4. And then if you still have your digital for like the Dawn Paw Wash, you may want to factor that in. Again, we have a $3.99 off of 2, but I did factor that into my scenarios last week. It does also work for like the Gain, if maybe you wanted the Gain instead of the Dawn. So keep that in mind if maybe your store is out, or like how my store literally has one. You could pick up one and then one of these. So keep that in mind. And I think I'm gonna do something a little differently, because I see we have a $1 digital just for like the Dawn. So I'm actually gonna pick up one of these dish liquids right here at $5.50. Use the $1 digital. Now you could get some of the even bigger ones at $7.75 if you prefer. So like I always say, y'all, cater the deal to you. And then we still have that $1.50 digital for like the Glade products. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up one of these candles at $6. Now you could get like the refills if you are one that need the refills, or like the spray, but I'm gonna get this and get it added into my cart. And since I'm looking at this, I did want to mention, I noticed on our accounts we had $1.50 for like the Airwick, like essential mist type products. So if that's something that you're gonna pay for anyway, you could factor that in as well. All right, y'all, and then we have 2 different digitals for like the Gain liquid at $7.45. It does also work for like the Gain flings, so I'm gonna grab one of those. And then we have a separate $2 digital that works for the other Gain products at $7.45, whether you want to get the fabric softener, dryer sheets, or those fire white beads. So I'm gonna get one of each product so we can use both of those digital coupons. And then the big boy of Gain laundry detergent at $15.95. We do have a $3 digital for. So if maybe you wanted to get the bigger one, you may want to factor that in instead. And then y'all, we have a $2 digital that works for like the Tide at $9.95 or the Tide Pods at $9.95. It also works for the Drift baby detergent, which is also $9.95. So if you are in need of baby care, you definitely may want to factor that in. We also have $2 digitals on some of my accounts for the extra laundry detergent, which is priced at $6.95. So that could also be something that you may want to factor into your deal. We also have $2 digitals, y'all, for the Purex, which this week is actually priced at $9. So that could also be another option if you are in need of laundry care. Talk about VIP status. Not really, y'all, but these are typically behind the register at my store. But the game flings are $4.45 this week, y'all. We have $1 digital, and then we have a separate $1 digital that works for like the game fabric softener at $4.45, or if you wanted the dryer sheets or like those firework beads, so that could also be another option as well. All right, y'all, and then we also have $1 digitals for like the Angel Soft. They're priced at $5.95, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of those. And then we still have that IBOTTA cashback rebate for $1 back, so essentially we're getting $2 off, making them just $3.95. But again, it's going to be even cheaper after our additional savings from our 5 off of 25. So like I always say, if you're new to IBOTTA, it's a free cashback app, and then for submitting your first receipt and offer, you'll get $10 after using my promo code when you sign up, which I'll have here on the screen, or you can click the link down in the description box. So a great app to have to maximize your savings. All right, y'all, so here's a nice little deal. If you need to get stocked up on Gain, pick up the Gain liquid at $7.45, use the $2 digital. Pick up the Gain fabric softener at $7.45, use the separate $2 digital. Pick up the Gain fabric softener at $4.45, use the $1 digital. Pick up the Gain flings at $4.45, use the separate $1 digital. And then pick up the Curad like rolled gauze band-aids for $1.25, use that 50-cent digital. This would bring us to $25.05. So don't forget to clip your 5 off of 25 digital coupon. But once that comes off, along with all of our other coupons, y'all, we would just pay $13.55 before tax. And remember, the larger gains are $7.45 by itself, so roughly $15. And then here's another way you could do the deal to come out about 25 cents cheaper. And then if you know you were in need of like deodorant, you may want to add in the Swab, because remember, it's also $1.25, but we have that 75-cent digital. So then it ends up being just $13.30 before tax. And then let me show you another way that you could also do the deal. You could take away the Swab, add in the Vaseline at $2, or the Pond's at $2, because that same $1.50 digital works for either one. And then this would still, well, this would bring you to 25, like 80, but you end up still paying the same price. You end up still paying $13.30 after all of our coupons come off. So cater it to your need. If you know you may need lips chapstick, or you may need this makeup, or again, remember that same $1.50 does work for like the Swab hand sanitizer. So just keep that in mind when you are trying to come up with your deal. And then just to visually show you, you could also do it like this. And then y'all, here's a nice little deal to do. You could just take away those Gain products at $4.45, but instead add in 5 of those $1 Oral-B toothbrushes. And then again, we have 2 separate digitals we're going to use. We're going to use that 5 off of 3, and then that 3 off of 2. And those digitals are going to reduce down, and they're just going to be completely free since Family Dollar doesn't give us overage. And then I added in the Glade candles at $6. We're going to use a $1.50 digital. Again, you can get the refills if maybe you want the refills or like the spray. So keep that in mind. But if you did the deal like this would bring you to $25.90. And then after our 5 off of 25 digital comes off and all of our other coupons, we end up paying just $10.40 before tax, y'all. And then let me show you another way to do the deal, because I always say cater it to your needs. So if you didn't need the candles, but maybe you needed the razors, add in the Flex razors at $6. And then again, we have that $2 digital. Uh-oh, is it gonna stay? Well, add in the razor, and then that'll bring you to $9.90, y'all, after all of our coupons come off. So it comes out a little bit cheaper to do it that way if you were in need of razors. All right, y'all, there we go. So $9.90 if you were to do it like this, and instead of the candle, factoring in the big razor. So remember, the Glade candles are $6. I just factored in the $6 razor instead. Sorry. And then remember, we had that $2 digital. And then another way you could do the deal, if you maybe need tissue, then factor in the Angel Soft. I'm just gonna put it on this side for $5.95. And then remember, we have that $1 digital. And so if you did the deal like this would bring you to $25.85. And then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we end up paying just $10.85. And then remember, we have that $1 cashback rebate on IBOTTA, so then it makes it just $9.85 for all of these items. So y'all had to switch it up a little bit, but there we go. So you can't beat that, y'all. $9, definitely not a bad all digital deal for this Saturday only at Family Dollar. All right, y'all, so if you're in need of like paper products and maybe some air freshener, you could definitely do the deal like this. Pick up 2 of the Sparkle paper towels at $7 each, and then we have that 4 off of 2 digital. And then pick up the Angel Soft at $5.95. We have that $1 digital. Add in 2 of the Febreze Air Effect sprays at $3.30 each, and then use that $3.30 off of 2 digital. So this would bring us to $26.55, y'all. So don't forget to clip your 5 off of 25 coupon. And then after that comes off, along with all of our other coupons, we end up paying just $13.25 before tax. But again, we're going to submit our receipt to IBOTTA for $1 back for the Angel Soft, which is going to make this just $12.25. And then let me show you another way you could do the deal if maybe you were one that needs laundry care. Add in the extra at, let me switch it around. Add in the extra at $6.95. And again, I have a $2 digital. And then if you did the deal like this would bring you to $26.90. And then after all of our coupons come off, so again, don't forget to clip your 5 off of 25 coupon. This will just be $14.90. Or this would be $14.90 or $13.90 after that $1 back from IBOTTA. So another amazing deal considering the Sparkle alone was $14. And then just to show you another way, if maybe you are one that needs to get stocked up on dish soap, add in the Dawn dish soap at $5.50. And then again, we have that $1 digital. And then this would bring you to $25.45. And then we would end up paying $14.45 or $13.45 after our $1 cash back from IBOTTA. And here's a nice deal to do. Pick up the Angel Soft at $5.95. Use the $1 digital. Pick up the Gain at $4.45. The fabric softener, and use the $1 digital. Pick up the Gain Flings at $4.45. Use the separate $1 digital. And then pick up 2 of the Febreze Air Effect sprays at $3.30 each. Use that $3.30 off of 2 digital. And then pick up the Febreze Air Effect spray, but like the Unstoppable version, at $4. And then we have that separate $2 digital. So make sure when you have the cashier bring up the items, you ring it up just like this. So have the cashier ring those up first. So that way that $3.30 digital attaches to those 2. And the $2 digital attaches to that. Because if you ring this one up first and then like say a second one, that $3.30 off of 2 may attach to these 2, and then the $2 one wouldn't come off. And so this right here would bring us to $25.45. And then after our 5 off of 25 digital comes off, and then all of our other coupons, y'all, this would just be $12.15 before tax. And then again, we're going to submit our receipt to IBOTTA for $1 back, which will make this just $11.15. Now, here's another way you could do the deal. If maybe you need to get stocked up on dish detergent, you may want to pick up 2 of the Gain dish liquids at 2 for $4, and then clip that $1 digital. And then this would bring us to $25.45, and then we would end up paying $13.50 or $13.15 or $12.15 after our $1 back from IBOTTA. And then one last way that you could do the deal, you could take away the Gain, but you could add in the Visine at $2.75. Again, clip that $1 digital, and then we're literally like less than $1 short from 25. So at that point, you could, if your store does have those toothbrushes, add in 2 of the $1 toothbrushes, and then clip that 3 off of 2 digital. And then this will bring you to $26.70 if you did the deal like this. And then we end up paying $11.40 or $10.40 after our $1 back from IBOTTA, y'all. So again, when we added the Visine, we're probably, I think, like 60 cents short. So you could just add in something for $1. But since the toothbrush is going to be free, you definitely would want to add that in. But if not, and you just added something in for $1, just know your out of pocket would probably be like $12.40. All right, y'all, and then here's a great deal to do, especially if you need laundry care and trash bags. Pick up the Gain liquid at $7.45. Use the $2 digital. Again, if you didn't need the liquid, or maybe you prefer the flings, that same $2 digital works for that. Or if you know you need fabric softener or like dryer sheets or firework beads, you maybe want to grab the other Gain products at $7.45 and use that separate $2 digital. So again, cater the deals to your need. And then I picked up the Glad trash bags at $9.75, and then the Glad trash bags at $6, and roughly that puts me at $15.75. So that way I can use that $3 off of a $15 Glad digital. And then at that point I was like $2 short of $25, so I just added in 2 of those Oral-B toothbrushes, and we're going to use that 3 off of 2 digital. So this would bring you to $25.20. And then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we end up paying just $13.20. And the trash bags alone were $15, y'all. And then, you know, I like to show you different ways to do the deal, because, you know, we get inside of these stores sometimes and they may not be stocked, or maybe you don't need that. You could add in the Vaseline, the Vaseline at $2. And then again, we have that $1.50 digital. Or if you know that you prefer this, add this in instead. And then again, we had that $1.50 digital. And then this would bring you to, then you would end up paying just $13.75. So it would still bring you to $25.20. And then you would pay $13.70. So you pay about 50 cents more if you did the deal like this. But again, cater it to your need. If you know you need deodorant, add in the Swab deodorant at $1.25 each. You can get this one or those other ones that I mentioned earlier, and then use that 2 off of 2 digital. And then this would bring you to $26, and you end up paying just $14. So another way you could do the deal, again, still cheaper than the Glad trash bags together, since those are $15.75 by itself. And then here's another way you could do the deal. If maybe you are in need of Tide, you could get the Tide liquid at $9.95, use the $2 digital. Or again, that same $2 digital works for the dress. If you know you need baby detergent, you could get that instead, and it's also $9.95. That same $2 digital works for that as well. But we got the Tide liquid, or you can get the Tide pods. And then we have the Glad trash bags again. This is $15.75 worth. And then we're going to use that 3 off of 15 Glad trash bag digital. And again, the $2 digital for the Tide. So this would bring us to $25.70. And then after all of our coupons come off, we end up paying just $15.70 before tax. So if we were going to come in here anyway and grab trash bags, we still walked out cheaper. And now we got Tide. Now, let me show you another way to do the deal. If maybe you would prefer to get like some Gain and maybe some Gain fabric softener, you could do your deal like this. And then add in the Suave. So take away the Tide. Add in the Gain Flings at $4.45. Use the $1 digital. Add in the Gain fabric softener. Or you could get the dryer sheets or those firework beads at $4.45. Use the separate $1 digital. Again, we have the Glad trash bags. $9.75, $6. We're going to use that 3 off of 15 Glad digital. And then I added in the Swab deodorant at $1.25. You could just add in something for $1. You could even add in those Oral-B toothbrushes, like maybe 2 of those, because that'll still end up being free. But again, just cater it to your need. Because if you know you need deodorant, you may want to do it like this. But this would bring you to $25.90. And then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we end up paying just $15.15 before tax. Now for 25 cents more, you could add in this, because remember, this is $1.25 and we have 50-cent digitals versus the 75-cent digital with the Suave. So you could do the deal like this as well. So again, cater it to your need. Or remember, if your store is out of these, remember other great filler items could be this, or like the Pond's. Or if you know you needed the Visine, you definitely may want to add this in instead. Or again, you could just add in 2 of the $1 toothbrushes, and then it'll end up being even cheaper. You could do it like this and take out the Tide, add in the Purex at $9, use the $2 digital. And then if you did a deal like this will bring you to $26, but then we end up paying just $15.25 before tax. So another great way that you can switch your deal around and cater it to your need. And then here's another way you could do the deal. Pick up 2 of the Febreze Air Effect sprays at $3.30 each. Use that $3.30 off of 2 digital. Pick up 3 of the Glad trash bags at $6 each. That totals us $18 worth of trash bags, and we'll be able to use that 3 off of 15 digital. And then add in anything for $1. I just added in the Suave deodorant at $1.25, but y'all already know some of the other options you could maybe factor in. And then we have that 75-cent digital. So this would bring you to $25.85. And then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we would just pay $13.80 before tax. And then here's a nice little deal you could do, real simple and sweet. Pick up the big thing of Gain liquid at $15.95. Use the $3 digital. Pick up the Gain fabric softener at $7.45. Use that $2 digital. But again, if maybe you just wanted to get stocked up on laundry care, like liquid detergent, then you maybe just want to factor this one in instead. And then add in anything for $2. I added in the Oral-B toothbrushes at $1 each. And then again, we had that 3 off of 2 digital, which will reduce down. So this right here brings us to $25.40. And then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we end up paying just $13.40 before tax. But again, if you didn't want the toothbrushes or your store doesn't have it, try adding in 2 of the swabs, again at $1.25 each, and we had that 2 off of 2 digital. So you could do it like this, or you may want to add in the ponds instead, and then we have that $1.50 digital. So always keep that in mind, and again, cater the deals to your needs. All right, y'all, and then you could also do the deal like this. Maybe you didn't want that big thing of Gain liquid or the fabric softener at $7.45. You could just factor in the smaller fabric softener at $4.45, use the $1 digital, and then the Gain flings at $4.45, use the separate $1 digital. And then again, we're just a little bit short of $25, so I just added in those Band-Aids or Curad gauze at $1.25, and we're going to use a 50-cent digital. This would bring us to $26.10, and then we end up paying just $15.60 before tax. But I got tired of adding in the swab, y'all. It is cheaper to add in the swab, but again, add in anything that you prefer. It is actually cheaper just to add in those Oral-B toothbrushes, but I know y'all may not necessarily always find it at your store, or you may find it, but I just want to give you some different options. And then just to show you another way to do the deal, you could do it like this. Adding in again the big thing of Gain liquid at $15.95 using the $3 digital, adding in 2 of the Febreze Air Effect sprays at $3.30 each using that $3.30 off of 2 digital, and then adding in 3 of the $1 Oral-B toothbrushes using that 5 off of 3 digital, which will reduce down to $3 and just making the toothbrushes free. But this will bring you to $25.55, and then y'all, we end up paying just $12.75 before tax. So an amazing all digital deal for this Saturday only at Family Dollar. All right, y'all. Now here's a great deal to do, especially if your store has at least 5 of those Oral-B toothbrushes and you still have both of the 5 off of 3 and the 3 off of 2 digital. This definitely could be a great deal for you. So I did go ahead and pick up at least $14 worth of like Frito-Lay products. Remember, again, it does say it works for Pepsi products as well, but like the drinks, but it wasn't attaching to any of them for me. So I picked up the Doritos, which are 2 for $6.50, and then the Tostito chips, which are 2 for $7.50. And so again, that totals us $14 exactly. So we can use that 4 off of 14 digital coupon. Then I added in 2 of the Febreze Air Effect sprays at $3.30 each. We're going to use that $3.30 off of 2 digital. So y'all, this would bring us to $25.60. And then after all of our coupons come off, we end up paying just $8.30 before tax. Now you could also do the deal like this, taking away, keeping like the chips, but taking away everything else and adding in the Gain liquid at $7.45 again, or you could get the other Gain products at $7.45, use the separate $2 digital. And then I picked up the Gain fabric softener at $4.45. I'm gonna use a $1 digital, but again, you could get any of the other products, or if you want the Gain flings at $4.45 as well, you could get that as well, but just clip that $1 digital. This ends up bringing us to $25.90. And then we end up paying just $13.90 before tax. And remember, the chips alone were $14. And you're getting the bigger Gain liquid. But again, just to show you, maybe you would prefer to just get stocked up on laundry care. Then you may want to do your deal like this. And then you could also do the deal like this, taking away the Gain, adding in the bigger Tide at $9.95, clipping the $2 digital, and then adding in the Swab deodorant at $1.25, clipping the 75-cent digital. This will bring you to $25.20, and then we end up paying just $13.45. But again, remember your other options. If you don't want the Tide liquid, you can get the Tide Pods. Again, you can get the Drip, or if you didn't want the Swab, you can get these, or maybe you want to add in again the Vaseline or the Pond. So always cater the deal to your need. And see, y'all, here's an amazing deal for me, because if you were going to pay for this anyway, this is how you lower your out-of-pocket and get things you need and not pay full price. So again, we got $14 worth of the Frito-Lay chips. Again, the Doritos are 2 for $6.50, and then the Tostitos are 2 for $7.50. And we're gonna use that 4 off of 14 digital. Then I added in 2 of the sparkle tissues, or paper towels, at $7 each, and we're going to use that 4 off of 2 digital. This is going to bring us to $28, and then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we end up paying just $15 before tax. And again, the sparkle was each separate set was $14 each. So you went from $28 down to $15 on items you're probably going to pay for anyway. So if you know you're running low on paper towels, and maybe you're not particular on the brand, or maybe you have a gathering coming up, or something or maybe you're gonna buy this anyway in your grocery haul, definitely not a bad deal to do. And it's from using digital coupons at that, y'all, again, that you can find on your Family Dollar app. Just to show you another way, especially if you're in need of maybe tissue and dish soap, take away the sparkle paper towels, add in the Angel Soft at $5.95, use the dollar digital. And then add in the Dawn dish liquid at $5.50, use the dollar digital. This will bring us to $25.45. And then we end up paying just $14.45 before tax. But again, we're going to submit our receipt to IBOTTA. Again, it's a free cashback app for $1 back for the Angel Soft, which is going to make this transaction just $13.45. And we're getting the bigger Dawn dish liquid and Angel Soft. So an amazing all digital deal. And then here's a nice deal to do. Pick up the Gain liquid at $7.45, use the $2 digital. Pick up the Gain fabric softener at $4.45, use the dollar digital. Pick up the Frito-Lay box at $10.45, and then the Frito-Lay chips at $4. And then we're going to be able to use that 4 off of 14 digital, because the Frito-Lay products total was $14.45. And then this would bring us to $26.35. And then after all of our coupons come off, we end up paying just $14.35. And then here's another way you could do the deal, because the Lay's chips are 2 for $6. So you could do it like this, especially if you would prefer Purex or you're not particular on the brand. Adding another Lay's chip, so that way it'll be 2 for $6. And then add in the Purex at $9, use the $2 digital. So this would do, if you end up doing it like this ends up bringing you to $25.45. And then we end up paying just $14.45 before tax. So about 10 cents more if we did the transaction like this versus the last transaction. All right, y'all. And then you could also do it like this, picking up the extra instead of the Purex, and then taking away one of the Lay's chips. So if you add in the extra detergent, it's $6.95. We have that $2 digital, and then add in 2 of the Gain dish liquids at 2 for $4. Use that 1 off of 2 digital. This will bring us to $25.40. Then after all of our coupons come off, y'all, we end up paying just $13.40. Now, if your focus is like the laundry care and the chips, then you could come out cheaper if you wanted to factor like the Febreze Unstoppable right here at $4 and using the $2 digital, because it would still bring you to $25.40, but we would end up paying $12.40 since we have a $2 digital. So another way you can switch your deal around. All right, y'all, so that's all I have for my 5 off of 25 scenario video. Definitely don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't, but I will see y'all next time. Bye bye.